Oh.
Out in the marsh where the fog lifts thick is a drifty fog with the lighter.
I'm gonna get pissed.
Name big inhales the green.
Okay. Why is it doing that?
Out in the marsh where the fog lifts thick is a drifty fog with the lighter name big inhales the green, exhales the trick. Got the whole swamp lit with a single flick. Pop up pass in the read so fast. Mr. Froggy soaking up, got a spell to cast with a hop so slick and a buzz too.
I'm getting mad.
Fast in the tonight, he's the chief of the leaf, and that ain't no lie. Hop up pastor the muddy glass on his lily throne. He's got his own class with a ribbon and a roar. He's got sass, green kingpin schooling the mass. With his slick sticky tongue he's catching the beat. In the moonlit swamp he's bringing the heat. Spitting hot bars in his swampy retreat. This frog's got rhythm, can't beat this frog's got his sage a typical nursery rhyme. It's the toad's turn to shine in his prime, rolling deep in the mud with a slime so fine. He's the rap master in his sublime.
Let's start it over. What was that
Yo, in the marsh where the fog lifts thick is a drifty fog with the lighter name big inhales the green, exhales the trick. Got the whole swamp lit with a single flick. Pop up pass in the read so fast. Mr. Froggy soaking up, got a spell to cast with a hop so slick and a buzz to last. In the dang swamp rave he's holding fast. This amphibians fly on a natural high, croaking dope beats under the sky with the grin so wide he can't deny he's the chief of the leaf, and that ain't no lie. Hop up pastor the muddy glass on his lily throne. He's got his own class with a ribbon and a roar. He's got sass, green kingpin schooling the mass. With his slick sticky tongue he's catching the beat. In the moonlit swamp he's bringing the heat. Spitting hot bars in his swampy retreat. This frog's got rhythm, can't beat this frog's got his sage a typical nursery rhyme. It's the toad's turn to shine in his prime, rolling deep in the mud with a slime so fine. He's the rap master in his sublime. Hop puff pass with his crew amass. Swamp zone Snoop Frog in contrast with the vibe so cool it's overcast. He's the blunt prophet unsurpassed. So if you bounce to the bog and you hear that bass, follow the smoke to the hopping place. It's just our frog setting the pace. In the hip-hop swamp he's ace. Hop up pass with his crew amass. Swamp zone Snoop Frog in contrast with the vibe so cool it's overcast. He's the blood prophet unsurpassed. Hop up pass with his crew amass. Swamp zone Snoop Frog in contrast with the vibe so cool it's overcast. He's the blood prophet unsurpassed.
We've been riding big waves all summer long, in the hot summer heat and through the fierce summer storms. At times spent stays on my brain all night long, through all the highs and all the lows. You're the lyrics that shine bright on my soul, even in the bitter cold. You are the lyrics to my stupid silly summer love song. It feels so right, but standing next to you, with you is where I wanna take this wild ride. You are the lyrics to my stupid silly summer love song. With you so right, but standing next to you, with you is where I wanna take this wild ride. You are the lyrics to my stupid silly summer love song. We've been riding big waves all summer long, in the hot summer heat and through the fierce summer storms. At times spent these on my brain all night long, through all the highs and all the lows. You're the lyrics that shine bright on my soul, even in the bitter cold. silly summer love song. It feels so right, but standing next to you, with you is where I wanna take this wild ride. You are the lyrics to my stupid, silly summer love song. With you so right, but standing next to you, with you is where I wanna take this wild ride. You are the lyrics to my stupid, silly summer love song. We've been riding big waves all summer long, in the hot summer heat and through the big summer storms. At times spent stays on my brain all night long, through all the highs and all the lows. You're the lyrics that shine bright on my soul, even in the bitter cold. You are the lyrics to my stupid.
Do you have any questions or comments? Attract you to things.
I was noticing, so that guy Ryan, that was Ryan Finds Truth, that he found a bear like Earth, and she found this figure right by a river or by a creek that looked like, from a distance, it was a very blurry thing, but it very much so looked like it could have been a little girl with a pink outfit on, and it was just like curled up in somewhere. So she sent those over to Ryan Finds Truth, and he went down. He's got like scuba diving gear and all that stuff. And he did find a barrel. I don't know if they ever found the actual spot, but they did find like a barrel down there that they said was empty. And
was
they were
it
trying to
under the
figure
water?
In the water, but it was like near a river, like a big bankment. And yeah, so he's like, it could have been. And I know that they were like searching under there. You know, he was scuba diving, he had a camera. He's got a little video on YouTube. I doubt I didn't find anything, but it was interesting to me because it very much so looked like the colors that she was wearing that day. And just, but they just don't know when the actual Google Earth images were taken. You know, was it in 2021? Obviously, she wouldn't be in the same condition now.
Oh, because they didn't see the barrel now.
Right. He saw that when he went diving. He just happened to find a barrel. So it could be a coincidence.
Yeah, it could be anything. How I saw it was like the ravine, like where I keep asking him to go is up by Domtar Park, where it goes up that freeway towards Base Mountain. And then the railroad tracks go under the freeway. And from the Google Earth, it looks like there's a ravine there. Like if I went there, that's the first place I'd want to go look.
Yeah.
A ravine. And what I saw was that they rolled the barrel. They had Summer in the barrel deceased, and they rolled the barrel down the hill, and then they had to go down the hill sideways. But anything I could see could be a name too. So I was like looking for sideways trail, sideways this, sideways. But they had to go. I mean, it was very steep. And then when they got to the bottom, they moved like a tree, like an empty old fallen over tree or whatever, and they dug a hole there. And they didn't put the whole barrel in, but they put Summer in there, and then covered it up and put the tree back over it.
Did he go there yet, or did he try to go to that spot?
I don't know. People tend to never go exactly where I try to ask them to go.
Yeah.
I noticed.
Of course.
But he may have. I've watched a few of his episodes, but I don't watch every one of them. And I've watched a few. I don't know if he's gone there. But I'm suspicious, although I don't know. So it's not psychic. But the guy that allegedly fell off the cliff or whatever? The neighbor. In the Summer Wells case, there's one of their neighbors. You go out past Fred Hills, and then there's Roy Cotton. Roy Cotton was going down that creek and allegedly fell off a waterfall or something. He fell and died.
Huh.
And what was weird was before that, I finally, because of Ryan Finds Truth, the only reason I got the nerve to ever listen to that 5th reading that I did on Summer Wells, the one that gave me nightmares for 8 days,
Yeah.
I never even listened to it. I was so traumatized. I finally listened to it just because I could see Ryan working so hard. And I'm saying that the two men tasked with burying her were like the lower level people or whatever. And one of them, who knows where she is, like if they think there's a chance it's going to come back on them, they'll find him hanging, is what I said. They'll find him like dead or whatever. And then Lauren was telling me, oh yeah, he's dead. So, and then I was writing about a guy with a mullet, and then there's Fred Hill with the mullet. And I don't think that, not that, just someone that had information or something, not saying that he's part of it or whatever. So it's possible that he could have been one of those lower level people that helped facilitate the whole thing, but I don't know. Like, that's not the psychic part. That's just like, that's another thing I would do if I was in Tennessee, is I would go to the place where that guy died and continue walking that creek all the way down to the end of the creek, like all the way down to the water at Domtar Park, because when he was walking in there was the closest that I've seen on his videos where it looks like what I saw in my visions.
Do you think he was murdered, or do you think he just died?
I don't know, because that's not psychic. I'm just, I
right.
don't
I
even
didn't
know
know if you had a feeling if he was murdered or something.
Probably.
Yeah. So I was thinking.
And there's a chance it's related. I don't know, because I didn't sit there and meditate about it and things like, and receive information and stuff. But that's what I would do if I was there. I'd walk that whole length. But it's like, did you hear that that guy Andy Bernard that lived across the street? Or what's the guy's name, Bernard, that lives across the street? Is it Andy Bernard? Jody Sue's husband?
I'm muted. Jody Sue's husband?
Yeah, Andy Bernard.
Ex-husband, the one she calls Voldemort or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Someone wrote on my comments, so it's like I didn't confirm this, but they said he never actually went back to work. He said he went back to work, but he actually then turned around, quit, and got a job at a Ferris wheel, or no, at a
Carnival.
carousel.
Okay.
At a kids thing. Now, is that somebody just spreading rumors? I don't know. Like, I don't take the time to follow up on every lead, because I kind of put into that everything I can put into that without jeopardizing my life,
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty, it would be nice if Ryan was there right when this happened, someone that was willing to go around and look at all these places.
Now I feel like they're following YouTube, and I feel like if anybody starts getting they could just go move the body,
Well, yeah, right now it's just a pile of bones. If it's even together, it's just a pile of bones, and they could easily go back, get the bones, and smash them even, or throw them way out in the water. They could do anything at this point. And not only that, my one Facebook profile that I had started with my YouTube channel that had like almost 5,000 people following my work or whatever. They took it down on the afternoon of Summer Wells' first anniversary of her disappearance.
Oh, wow.
I posted on it in the morning. I posted about Summer Wells, and I was going to get up and watch her prayer vigil, the prayer vigil that they were doing. And I no longer had a Facebook page. And I'm like, wow. So they did that around noon, which is around 3 her time, which is around the time she went missing. So on top of everything else, right around the same time she went missing on the anniversary, they deleted my entire Facebook profile. And I just thought, who can do that is law enforcement.
Mm-hmm. Which just shows maybe they wouldn't do that if you weren't onto something.
Yeah. And I that's when I stopped trying to talk about it publicly, because I just thought, if what I was seeing was true, is like levels of rings of people involved, going from the low lifes to the brokers to the Satanist freaking whatever. It's too much for just me to protect myself against, a bunch of unknown people or something like that. So, okay. So when you're doing a circle or group, that's another thing anyway. So what you want to do is always try to bring the highest vibration. So when you're doing it,
4, 3, 2, 1.
Got me at the coast, boy. Wanna hear the ocean roar crash over me. Then ride it home, dance it out.
Picture this. You're sitting at home alone watching YouTube videos, wondering why you can't find the motivation to do the things you
Sorry. I set my alarm for an appointment tomorrow morning. I'm trying to. Okay. So Kathy and Fred and her son went to Ben Hill Road. And he got me some videos and pictures. And I did also from here, I probably need to send those to, email myself those too, because I got some. Got some from Kathy too. Something was going on at 125 today, though. I'll tell you that. There was a couple vehicles at the bottom of 125, and I don't recognize the vehicles, but one's a Cadillac and one is looks like how my Nissan Versa used to look, like a really pretty blue color, but I think this one might be a Volkswagen. So shit was, I don't know, popping off. I don't know what was happening at 125 today. Is that Andy's driveway? Which one? 125, yeah. Well, but he doesn't live there. I didn't think anybody was really staying there. Guess we can. Let's see. Let's see what these are. Let me share the screen so you can see. 1 second. See, I really wanted to talk to him first. What the heck? There's that tree that people think that they have like such a I don't know what this all is. See, that's why I was going to ask him. These are all pictures Fred took today. But I don't have explanations of them yet. I'm such a bad host. Seriously. What the hell? No, we don't want. Gosh, we're back in AOL, like American Online Internet days, dial up. Look at that.
You get out.
Cliff, the most.
Yeah. We've been fidgeting with it. There's all kinds of logs.
That looks like an old firewood.
Colgate Optic White's unique technology gives you a visibly brighter smile in just 7 days.
Hello. Communicate in English easily. Use Grammarly.
Agreed to let us walk across this property, look around, look under things, take a walk if we want to. And so that's what we're planning on doing today. We really appreciate Andy giving us access to that property. And we've got Rockin' Robin and her husband. You all know her as Rockin' Robin. We've got her and her husband coming along as well. So we've got the four of us and Andy. Andy said we can take a look anywhere we want. And that's what we're planning on doing. So we're going to head out there now and see what we see.
Never know what you'll find.
All right, that's working. Hey everyone, I am with Andy Bernard today. Not Monster, not Voldemort. Andy, he's the only one actually in this whole area, all of Ben Hill, that has let us come on his property today. He's the only one willing to help us, let us walk around and do what we do. So appreciate
we just
it,
want
Andy.
summer found.
Appreciate it, Andy. It's he showed us, by the way, barrels everyone's talking about. These famous barrels. They're plastic, metal. There's no wine barrels, wine type wooden barrels around here. Matter of fact, all this crap over here, apparently people have been doing to this Andy's property for a while. Do you know who, other than, well, you said Fred was up here doing shit, but is it just neighborhood people typically?
I have no clue. I've not been really down here. I don't come down here.
So it was clean. There was all this crap wasn't here.
No, it wasn't clean. Like, you know, the shit you see sticking there,
Yeah.
and just car parts, car tires, just the glass stuff under there. I mean, most of it was here, but like I didn't leave the wagon full of trash over there.
So people dump trash on the
Somebody
property.
broke the door on the Jeep. This one I was scrapping out. It's damaged. I'm gonna have to get a bulldozer and just break the shit up from there.
All right, Jen, I think we'll just.
So shit was, I don't know, popping off. I don't know what was happening at 125 today. Is that Andy's driveway? Which one? 125, yeah. Well, but he doesn't live there. I didn't think anybody was really staying there. Guess we can. Let's see. Let's see what these are. Let me share the screen so you can see. 1 second. See, I really wanted to talk to him first. I really. What the heck? There's that tree that people think that they have like such a. I don't know what this all is. See, that's why I had to ask him. These are all pictures Fred took today. But I don't have explanations of them yet. I'm such a bad host. Seriously. What the hell? No, we don't want. Gosh, we're back in AOL, like American Online Internet days, dial up. Look at that.
Hello. Communicate in English easily. Use Grammarly and
Well, once I hear it start playing, we'll pull it up. Well, the thing. Yeah, he sent a pretty good video that I'm trying to pull up and. I don't know. This is lame. Open and Explorer. Okay. Oh, wait. Maybe something. Oh, hold on. I might have figured something out. I don't want to see that one yet. Save that one for last.
Speaking, Jen.
Oh, why I'm just doing this. It's pretty soft ground here. I don't know. Something I stepped on and I could hear it.
Yeah, I don't.
That's funny. What kinds of cool stuff in there? I think you won't mind if I take some.
Piece of concrete on top of it, Jen.
What?
It's a piece of concrete on top of it.
What's going to happen?
There's no way to know, though. Do you know what it makes me think of, Jen?
What?
That movie where they put a car on top of where they put someone under. Do you remember that? It goes all the way under there.
Well, there's no tires.
Yeah.
We've been fidgeting with it. There's all kinds of lights.
That looks like an old firewood pile.
Maybe. Yeah.
Rotted out.
Oh, that's for sure. Oh, that's not good.
It's rotted wood. Yeah, I recognize it. My parents had a bunch of old piles around our property. Yeah, it's roots. It's all roots. It's hard packed dirt under this. Plastic bags.
Plastic bags, you got Christina's bags.
Yeah, I have a feeling that was either a composting thing or.
Just small wood.
Yeah, it's probably composting.
God, it looks like the compost is there in the barn.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's just, collection of rotted stuff.
I would touch that.
Rotted food, anyway.
You know how this is going to be. I never thought we were still going to do this shit.
No,
Okay.
no.
Well, with all the
no.
thorns and everything.
Everybody just doesn't have to polish up the Well, wait, I just if he helps, you know, bring out the person who did it. Or, you know,
A lot of things are hopeless. A lot of things are hopeless, but it's even more hopeless if everyone gives up.
everybody gets it. What's the two found it? No way.
Yeah, then you got 0 odds.
Right.
At least somebody looking, you got 0.01 or something. I mean, better than 0.
Okay. So this is okay. This will be outside. This one would be outside the hit 165, I guess, out back. I'm not even. Let's see. I have no idea what any of this is. Yeah, that's where 165. I mean, I know this is at 165 Ben Hill Road today, and the one though that I was gonna, we'll just go ahead and watch the one that I'm more interested in. The thing is, unfortunately, it's hard to hear at certain points. Unfortunately, because of the wind. Okay, hold on. Okay, so
All you gotta do is
Oh, you've never used samples like this before. This is our.
this is right here.
So that right down through the diary.
Yes.
Okay, so this is he's going to show like the area where Cotton lived, and also a few other things like where the area where he was found, like an area of where he was found. Like he doesn't know exactly, he just knows what he was told. An area of where Cotton was found, like he doesn't know the exact cave, like the exact, but they already found it and everything, obviously. The blue couch. Was there a blue couch?
You can example it.
So that right down through the diary.
Yeah, straight up right there is where they had been caught. That's backside Walgreens Park and Host Defense and Basement Park. I'll consider the connection right there.
So I go around this.
You can turn right here.
I can turn right here.
Yeah. See how this seems.
Somebody pay. I'm not thinking it. Maybe we'll put in the pressure.
You're gonna have to bring this side. Yeah. That's the inside. That's the bottom of it. What was it? Piece of metal. This is the typical way that people work underneath cars, put something down. So that makes sense. Can you hold that? Don't cut yourself. Oh gosh, it's so packed down. Yeah, it's soft up here, but see how packed it is? Oh yeah. Yep. I told him. He told me it was like been up here.
Okay, so
it's packed down. Neither one here.
I mean,
he does just want it over.
I mean, I went 3 hours late, and people knew who I was.
Right.
I mean, I just want this done. I want Summer found. Yes, sir. Not to even go home, but found. That way she's safe.
Just put closure. Yeah.
But we need this over with. We're done playing games.
It seems like they look into your history. Anyone in this neighborhood, and you're guilty by association, right? If you've done anything bad,
association or guilty because of something you've done in your past.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still. I still don't feel that.
What do you feel? You feel now like people are kind of coming around, seeing the real Andy.
Some, maybe. Some of them are. Some of them still dead set on their.
Yeah, I don't think you'll change 100% of the people's mind.
No, that's not what I'm looking for. I mean, No,
I agree with you though. It's just something's got to happen to get closure.
We have literally looked at probably every mattress. I looked under the car. We searched the whole property along the ridge line. I mean, I don't know what else we can look at here.
I ain't got nothing to hide.
All right, Jen, what do you think? We done?
Good.
No, I don't know that whole thing. What I know is
Okay. I'm going to let you continue about the abuse. I was just curious. Go ahead. I'm going to mute again.
Well, I mean, I do better when people ask questions. So, I mean, if you can ramble off questions.
Found necessarily not to even go home, but found that way she's safe.
Just to put closure. Yeah.
But we need this over with. Just done playing games.
It seems like they look into your history, anyone in this neighborhood, and you're guilty by association, right? If you've done anything bad,
association or guilty because of something you've done in your past.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still. I still don't feel good.
What do you feel? You feel now like people are kind of coming around, seeing the real Andy?
Some, maybe. Some of them are. Some of them still dead set on the.
Yeah, I don't think you'll change 100% of the people's mind.
No, that's not what I'm looking for. I mean.
Questions, I'll answer every damn question you want.
Okay.
I'll forward them. I'll stay here for about 30 more minutes.
Okay. Can I ask you what happened at court when your parents, she claims your parents were threatening her and the police were there and they tried to hit her with a car and you made an ass out of yourself in court. Now let me tell you, I spoke to Jody Sue while she was on the phone with a court appointed official and they said yes, she was screaming in the courtroom. So
I was screaming in the courtroom.
Yeah.
So okay. Now are we tying incidences together?
No, I just want to see if there was abuse. It was at 2 different court hearings, or was that? Just tell us the whole story about how.
So what you're referring to when you say my mom and dad tried to hit her in a court parking lot and lost seeing her? No, that's bullshit. Mom and dad went speeding out of the parking lot when they got pissed because they got charged after me and mom and dad got into a fight. And Boogie was here one night. This is when Boogie was like little. Jody Sue was somewhere else. I had Boogie here. Me and mom and dad got into a fight. She had to bring her dead ass here. Sorry.
No, I agree with you though. It's just something's got to happen to get closure. We have literally looked at probably every mattress. I looked under the car. We searched the whole property along the ridge line. I mean, I don't know what else we can look at here.
I ain't got nothing to hide.
All right, Jen, what do you think? We done? Yeah, appreciate you, Andy, for doing this for us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, man.
Glad y'all had a good time.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Come on. Okay. So, what's your take on Andy now that you got to actually shake his hand and talk to him in person?
I really got a feeling he's a good guy, and he and I talked just to ourselves, and he didn't seem nervous. He was know, looking me in the eye, and I didn't feel like he had anything to hide.
He even got emotional talking about his family down the road that has cerebral palsy.
Yeah.
Didn't it look like he was getting emotional?
Yeah, it did.
That was. Yeah, so your take is that
I think he's a good guy and
didn't do anything wrong.
No, and especially for the fact that he, you know, freely let us look on his leg. Like he did not care where we went.
No, we're like, what about the well? And he opened up the door.
Yeah, we went everywhere.
Yeah.
He wasn't like keeping watch or anything. He was fine with it.
Since I hear, so yeah, it's Bob Simpson, he dead now. Then Betty Joe Simpson, Randall Simpson's place. Randall was Nate's.
Am I back in it?
Yeah, not the K2B. Yeah.
Okay, see, I just
Is he back? I got there you go. Like I did, John, but this doesn't, you know.
So
That's where Ken goes through.
Yeah. Okay, so right there, that's the cemetery. I'll try to. He was showing like the area, the direction of the area where cotton was found. Here is the cemetery that Bowser Cemetery, I believe it's called, that Karen Goad is buried. So Don Wells' mother. So this is all it just showing you the like how close everything is, like where cotton was found, where Don that whole incident with the little girl where he acted like he was trying to save her happened. Anyways, for the next minute or so, I think it's going to be really, the wind is going to be real bad. So she says that she's talked to TBI and everyone playing that she was telling all she knows, including Andy, Don, and Candace. She says she has talked to TBI and everyone in a plane she was telling all she knows, including Andy, Don, and Candace. She should have already been doing that.
Hard drive. Yeah. Because it was a hole.
Yeah, there's lots of holes and things and stuff to do.
Sorry about the wind. I don't know if you just said Cotton's buried there too. See, that's what I'm wanting to ask Fred about this stuff. I'm so sorry. I thought I would have had talked to him by now. Who is it? Do you think inserts themselves as for us? It matters who, which ones you're talking about. Fred definitely hasn't inserted himself. That. I mean, but the other ones like Jody Sue, I don't know. I can't with her. I can't decide if she's sus because she's involved or is she just like so desperate for attention, you know?
Yeah, he let us walk off wherever we want. Yeah. So 125 off the list.
Yeah.
Check. All right. Yeah.
Can you see?
We'll get quieter here in a second. So this would be what, Mountain View Road or something? Mountain View.
See, all this is done within half a mile of each other.
So what he's talking about, of everything being within a half mile of each other, is basically where Cotton Simpson lived, where Cotton Simpson was found deceased, where Don Wells' mother is born, or where Don Wells' mother is buried, where Don Wells tried to act like he was saving a little girl from being abducted or some shit, which actually.
Okay. There's a really weird part coming up. It's quick. So I'm going to take this off of 2-speed because you got to be able to see it. But Ellie, I ran into a name and I want to ask you if you know if that person lives up there. I'm just curious. I didn't do a lot of research on it yet. I don't really want to give the last name because then, but it's the same as what they're talking about in here. I think it was like a Melvin or a Marvin. I'm just going to say it. Fuck it. Marvin. I think it was Marvin, not Melvin. Can you tell me if you know somebody up in that area? Or if you've heard of them? Just something I'm looking into. I don't know. Okay. Hold on.
Which was days after Summer went missing, all in this area. Also, the whole lawnmower incident with, what was it? Tony Hammonds was also in this area where he was tried to grab a boy or something. I believe it was right in this area as well. Yeah, this is new. This is today. Fred still has to, he's still in the, he's still in the halfway house or whatever it is. So he's allowed to leave during the day and come back. Has to be back at certain times, has to be at meetings and stuff.
Wait, huh? That's where that's where I seen it. You're right. I think that dude lives in that area somewhere. And that's right. That's why I wanted to research it. That's the same area that David Bays said, Fred said, hashtag Fred said, David Bays kept his horses. Okay, now I remember. I remember what I was looking at. Thank you for answering that, Ellie. Who, Ziggy? Let me come on a minute. I was looking at something on Ben Verified. That's where I seen the name. I thought I had them confused or some shit. I know. Thank you. Death and divorce bring out the worst in people. It sure does. But what do you guys think about Ziggy and Ryan being there on the same days? With Andy? Production or something? I don't know. I might be on for a while tonight because I don't know if I'm going to do it after this, but when I'm done showing these, I went back to Prayer Gardens. Well, I didn't go back. I didn't listen to all of them. I listened to some. I uploaded them, so I want to play those too, but it's like another 3-4 hours of shit, so I don't know if we'll stay or do that tomorrow night. I just needed a break from all the other stuff, and this is stuff I had sitting. That's why I don't remember everything I was researching. I kind of got sidetracked. Didn't I, Lisa? Fucking bitch. Don't laugh at me, Earl. All right. I'm going to go put the video back on because it gets interesting. I wonder where she stops at. There's like a real quick stop. I'm just extremely curious about it. It's weird. It looks like somebody gets out of the car, but then it... Just weird. Okay. Let me remove myself here.
So yeah.
Slow down. This next driveway to the left is where Don tried to coach that girl in the truck with him.
It just has
Yeah, right there at that house is where
And how old
Don.
is this girl?
She was probably about 5 or 6.
So you guys heard that, right? Remember that whole really
Between
what Fred and I were talking is like more so I think he was caught, eyeing this little girl or whatever by a family member, and I think he had to play it off. So let's rewind that a little bit because I think this is something I don't think has been shown yet. And people just need to know. The only reason why this is important is because how close everything is. So people understand. Like they turned around to go back by, I believe. Yeah, 5 or 6. Who's the woman? It's Kathy. Who's in the chat? Kathy Gordon.
Slow down. This next driveway to the left is where Don tried to coach that girl in the truck with him.
It just has
Yeah, right there at that house is where
And how old
Don.
is this girl?
She was probably about 5 or 6. Between turn right here anywhere.
No, it's just a sick piece of shit.
Yep.
I mean, it didn't make sense why he was trying to coach that little girl in the car, and then he was trying to say, well, this comes from Don's mouth, He's like, well, I was trying to take him, knocked on the door and stuff, try to get them to understand this is my little girl with this and stuff, and it's a bad idea for her to be out here playing and stuff, but it wasn't that case, My opinion, he allowed it because they got a law on him.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. And he also, the same day, Don was sitting watching another girl mow yard for over 2 hours on the lawnmower that was on camera that day. But that was way after summer went missing,
Here comes the wind again.
Ziggy, why did you wind the window down? What do you mean, here comes the wind again? It wasn't windy, huh? What happened here?
Okay, you guys be very careful, please. I'm taking a nap.
Who's she talking to? You guys be very careful, please. I'm dropping them off. Did you hear the car door slam? What's going on there, Kathy? No, Ziggy's not there. It's just Fred and Kathy. And Ryan was on the hill with Andy at the same time. Oh, she might have. Let me go back and see.
Between turn right here anywhere.
No, it's just a sick piece of shit.
Yep.
I mean, it didn't make sense why he was trying to coach that little girl in the car, and then he was trying to say, well, this comes from Don's mouth, He's like, well, I was trying to take him, knocked on the door and stuff, try to get them to understand this is my little girl with this and stuff. And it's a bad idea for her to be out here playing and stuff, but it wasn't that case, My opinion, he allowed it because they got a law on him.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. And he also, the same day, Don was sitting watching another girl mow yard for over 2 hours on the lawnmower that was on camera that day. But that was way after summer went missing,
Here comes the wind again.
Okay, you guys be very careful, please. I'm taking a nap.
Yeah, that might be what she said. Okay, I can look at the transcript. Hold on. You don't have to go nowhere. Duh.
I was trying to take him, knocked on the door and stuff, try to get them to understand this is my little girl with this and stuff. And it's a bad idea for her to be out here playing and stuff, but it wasn't that case, My opinion, he allowed it because they got a law on him.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. And he also, the same day, Don was sitting watching another girl mow yard for over 2 hours on the lawnmower that was on camera that day. But that was way after summer went missing,
Here comes the wind again.
Okay, you guys be very careful, please. I'm taking a nap.
That is what the transcript says. So he gets let off up by the house where Dawn had a fight with them people, or somebody gets dropped. She does. Kathy, what's going on there? Fred? Ziggy? Just odd. And why are you there when Ryan and Andy are up at the house stealing things from Fred's parents' home? Back to the video.
Wanting Marvin to go with, what's his name? I can't think of his name right now. Ryan, is because Marvin lived in that log house right there. That's where he was raised. And he knows all the caves, everything around here. That's why I don't know where.
Here comes the wind again. Yeah. Unfortunately, we can't hear. There's
wanting Marvin to go with, what's his name? I can't think of his name right now. Ryan, is because Marvin lived in that log house right there. That's where he was raised. And
The reason I didn't go with Ryan is, let me go look at the transcript. Marvin lived in that log house. Oh, what's his name? Oh, shit. Ryan. Wait. And wanted Arvin to go. Let me go up a little more. 2 hours on the lawnmower. That was on camera, but that was way out summer missing, you know? Here comes the wind again, okay? You guys be careful. I'm taking a nap. And wanted Arvin to go, Marvin, with, what's his name? Oh, Ryan. Ryan is because Marvin lived in that log house right there. That's where he was raised, and he knows all the caves and everything around here. That's why. I don't know where the caves is myself. I just know what am raised, you know? His dad built that house, see? Unfortunately, we can't hear. There's times that Fred's talking. I don't think, that comes into Ziggy. But Ziggy, I heard him. Where was David Bay's horse kept again? Shit, you never know what I catch, do you?
John was sitting watching another girl mow yard for over 2 hours on the lawnmower. That was on camera that day. But that was way after summer went missing, you know.
Here comes the wind again.
Okay, you guys be very careful, please. I'm taking a nap.
Wanted Marvin to go with, what's his name? I can't think of his name right now. Oh, shoot. Ryan. Is because Marvin lived in that log house right there. That's where he was raised. And he knows all the caves, everything around there. That's why I don't know where the caves is myself. I just know what I'm told.
Yeah.
Born and raised, you know. His dad built that house, you see.
Oh,
and see, that's.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we can't hear. There's times that Fred's talking, and I don't think he knows that. Can't hear him. Yeah, I guess. I mean, that's what Fred says, that the police were called during that whole incident when Don acted like he was trying to save that girl from being abducted. Now they're on Mountain View. Oh shit, Justin's here, right? I forgot to text him. Candy Prim. This is the spot that I had my vision. Well, this is a hot spot, this is just a hot spot for several things that have happened. Like where Cotton lives, where Cotton was found, the cemetery that Dawn's mother is buried at, where, you know, that incident where the little girl was outside playing, and yes, he did peas in a pod. Yep. I'll show a little bit. I'll show a picture of, that's what I was going to send. Hold on. Well, I'm thinking of it. Man, I hope that, Kathy, are you in here? Have you talked to Fred? Let's see here. I'm not going to show the license plates of the vehicles but I'll show, like, I don't have the license plate of the vehicles right now, but I know Fred does. Not that it's probably nothing. I mean, they're allowed to have people at their property. It's just, I don't know. Oh, let me, but it is weird because nobody's staying at 125. Here, I'll send that. Emailing myself that picture, and I'll show that in a second.
Yeah, they said trapped into the fire.
Oh, God.
See,
What got him out?
The fire department did.
Okay, so now he's talking about the fire. Is this the area of the mountain where he got stuck in that fire? Is that what? See, these are questions I want to ask Fred. So he's talking about when Cotton Simpson got stuck in that fire that he created from trying to cook meth. And several firemen were injured in that fire too, trying to rescue him from his own, like, disaster he created. But I don't think it was ever found out that he was cooking meth and that's what he was doing. He didn't see Don or Candace today. There was a BB gun incident on White Holler today. A dad and a boyfriend incident shown on Remain Calm today. And Michael Brandon Dykes arrested. Michael Brandon Dykes. Huh. I'll check it out. We'll check it out here in a second. Oh, I know your son took him back, Kathy. I'm just saying, like, it's crazy. I haven't heard from him yet. I mean, I heard from him in message, and I know that they had a meeting at house meeting at 6:30. Kind of wondering. I don't know. Surely he didn't fall asleep. I don't know. We'll have answers tomorrow, I guess, for some of this stuff, and we'll replay certain things.
Because Marvin lived in that log house right there. That's where he was raised, and he knows all the caves, everything around it. That's why I don't know where the cave is myself. I just know what I'm told.
Yeah.
Born and raised, you know, his dad built that house. And see, that's.
No, they don't take a long time.
See,
what got him out?
The fire department did. They like 5 or 4 or 5. See, that's got straight right here.
What track stuff is?
The next drive.
Okay, let's see. Me see what this one is. No, that's not it. No.
You can eat that blue.
No. Try this one more time. Hold on. I'm already.
I was one to call you.
Oh, here we go. I don't even know which one this one is, but.
I was one to call you for the right service, and I'm gonna lose you in a minute. So, but I love you. Okay, bye bye.
Y'all understand why this river right here, the bridge ain't been searched or nothing?
I know I didn't call her. She did try to call. We didn't have service. She did wonder, were you?
Who's that?
My mom. Because I always usually call her in between.
Wow, is it really that many in chat? Okay, so this is who was parked at 125 today. I don't know who. Who knows? I don't know. Are they selling the property or? The one in the back is a Cadillac, and that kind of looks like my Nissan Versa, like I used to have. But could be maybe a Volkswagen or a Scion or whatever they're called. So I don't know what they were doing down there. I know that people park down there because they can't get up the driveway. So yeah, Ford Focus. So it's probably no. This is over at 125, and 125 is kind of far down from 110. But yeah, I don't know what people would be doing over at 125 right now. But he was not sure about something that was going to happen, so maybe this is what he's talking about. No, he didn't see the wells. He was telling about something that was going to happen. Maybe, I don't know, maybe there is people searching, or maybe he has somebody up there. Fred finally messaged. Got out of the house meeting just now. Justin messages me and says, your boss says start the oven. I might sound short of breath because I've been sick for like 2 weeks, guys. It is crazy. This is like the longest sickness ever. At 125, they were parked. Ginger snaps. Yeah, because they parked down there because the driveway at 125 and 110 are treacherous. If you have a decent vehicle, you're not going to want to take it up that driveway. 125 is even worse than 110 as far as this driveway. It's so bad. I mean, there is like these dips in the driveway that, man, I mean, it look like they're about like 8 inches, 10 inches deep. Like, it would really tear up your freaking vehicle. I might have allergies, but I definitely have been sick for the past couple weeks. I don't know why he doesn't live there in the cabin at Ben Hill. I don't know. He said he wanted to get away from everything. And I don't blame him really, but speaking of showing a pic of her new tires, has Jody Sue showed a pic of this civil lawsuit she's taken out on me that was posted? We're now going on about, wow, we're going about 3 weeks past the time that she said she was going to have it done by, like, at the absolute latest. The 21st of last month, she was supposed to file this lawsuit that she collected hundreds of dollars for. Is everybody just going to act like, that didn't happen? That's crazy, Yorkshire. Oh, yay. Okay, that's for a reading I have tomorrow. Okay. So if they're listening, actually, I'll email this person back and tell them I got their payment. Somebody's paying for a reading for tomorrow. If anybody's ever interested, I do tarot too. This person's paying for 2 hours of my time, and we're going to do a live reading, me, and it's kind of basically like a little party, like a little, it's going to be a few people. And I'm going to draw cards for a few of them, like a little, I don't know how to explain it. I was going to email her and tell her I got it.
So I'm thinking I didn't watch the rest of that. I just watched the drive. I'm thinking what I'm going to do now to save some time is watch the rest of this later by myself. And if there's anything else in it, I'll bring it out. But I want to go to Summer Prayer Garden stuff. So just bear with me a minute here. Hold on, let me see. I think the name they said was Marvin, not Mervin. I found a Marvin in the area of the horse. He went to the caves with Ryan per Fred. Where did he say that? Because we'll look it up. Right. Agreed. I can't confirm, but I can't deny. I like that I can't deny. I'll have to look at it. I agree. I want to know why they stopped where they stopped. And you just suddenly, I don't know who's up there. Maybe they're finally searching. Ziggy, you knew damn well they were coming. What the fuck are you all up to? I've reached out to her several times, but that's actually what we're going to listen to now. We're just going to listen to it tonight. Some of it, not even all of it, because it's really long and I don't want to be on here more than 2 hours. I'll give you guys another 40 minutes of it. And then tomorrow, we'll come back, start it over, and do some commentary on it. But I really want to get a jump on this because I haven't listened to it all yet. Hi, Moonshine. Oh, and I'm sorry, I didn't say hi to everybody. But I was on an hour earlier. It's my husband's night off. I was only going to go live tomorrow, not tonight. But I had a little bit of time because the kids they all went to sleep and they were busy down here for a little bit. And Angie says, I'm putting them to bed early tonight. She don't feel good. I'm going to be fucking sick again. I'm telling you. But anyways, let me go ahead and take myself off of here and we'll just listen to Prayer Garden and chat. And then I'll be back tomorrow night to re-go over it. Okay, 1 second. Ooh.
Hello, 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 everyone. Good evening. Good evening. God bless. I'm getting to the top there, people. All right. All right, Georgia, you're number one. Hey, PG. Much love to you, girl. Much love to you. God bless. Texas Brat number two. Good evening, PG. Much love. God bless. Summer's Army. Amen. Absolutely. You number two, girl. Number two tonight. Number three, Patty Allen says, help. And second to none, how you doing, sweetie? Good to see you. Nothing. These kids that are missing needs to be found soon. Amen. Amen. That's the truth. But Dan, good to see you. You do anything special? I don't know what they just starting out beautiful. Starting out beautiful. Come in like a lamb. Got to go out like a lion. Right? But I appreciate it. God bless. God bless. Right? I'd rather be a princess. Queens seem to be mean. In all the storybooks, the queen is mean, right? I don't like being no queen, but I'd rather be the princess, right? Yeah. But I guess, I guess I could be the queen, that's for sure. Right? I could be. Purple hearts for summer. Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. God bless. The do tell on the street. Do tell on the street. Let me see. Well, there's a whole lot of do telling, right? There's a whole lot of do telling out here in the in this YouTube world of true crime. And there's always something going on. Unbelievable, some of it. Some of it's unbelievable, right? It was drawn to my attention that that people's been going sideways at Smalley. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. I mean, that's just mean, right? That's just mean. I'm going at Smalley sideways. I like Smalley. I really like her. And I hear they're picking on one of her children or something. And these people get real life. They get vicious, right? They get vicious on people. I don't understand it. I don't know the full story of it, but I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong. You shouldn't do this, but they do it. They do it, right? And also they go sideways at a lot of people. They go sideways at a lot of people. What I'm saying is it takes a special kind of person to be a creator out here. It takes a special kind of person to be a creator. It's not for the faint at heart or anything. I mean, if you get your feelings hurt easy, you don't want to be out here, right? You don't want to be out here. But anyway, yeah, I heard that going through. You know, yeah, and people accusing PG of having summer. How insane is that? How insane is that? I'm afraid that law enforcement knows who PG is, right? They definitely know who I am. But, you know, accuse away, like I care. I don't, right? I don't. And then, and Ziggy was saying, oh, and PG got so graphic talking about summer and her being in a wall. No, I haven't ever got graphic about summer being anywhere. I mean, that's as good as you can get, Ziggy. Really? You crack me up, girl. You try to take it. Well, it is, you know, it was truth that, you know, what she was talking about was a co-worker of Don Wells had stepped in while I was speaking to him while he was at work. He was on the job over in Jonesboro, and during you know this time, a co-worker had came in, right? A co-worker came in and had darn near, you know, puked from the smell in there. Oh, I appreciate that. We were out here. I appreciate it. Thanks, PG, for all you do for Summer. Hey, girl, I appreciate you supporting Summer's channel. God bless. God bless. You guys are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I appreciate everything y'all do to help this channel keep running. God bless. Amen. Hey, you guys. PG got a super chat. All right. Super chat. Amen. Amen. I appreciate that. But yeah, it was, you know, a worker had came in, and well, I was talking with Donald, and the worker was, I said, hey, you know, I'm going to get off here because this guy came in, and I was like, I'm going to let you go so you can, you know, talk to this guy. And the guy's like, no, I ain't staying in here. He's like, what is that odor? He starts screaming, and, you know, and like, I'm somebody ready to upchuck. And he's like, I ain't staying here. I got to get out of here. What is that odor? He kept asking Donald, what is the odor? And then he said it smelled, you know, it smelled like, you know, someone unlined. And he did. He went out of there. I mean, this guy, you could hear him just like really scatting across the floor to get out of there. You could hear him, and you know he was trying to get to some fresh air. So, you know, and Don started trying to make up excuses. You know that it was the mud that was smelling like that. It was the mud. It, you know, and this and that. And the guy's like, "There ain't no mud, man. There ain't no mud." And the guy's like, "Where's it at? Where's it at?" And Donald told him he done poured it outside. The guy's like, you poured it outside? Because, you know, how do you pour it outside when I could smell it so bad in here? And anyway, I contacted TBI. I reported it. And, you know, the thing is Summer's search was mostly, if you took note, it was mostly contained to Ben Hill Road. They did not search very many other areas outside of Ben Hill, right? Outside of that perimeter of Ben Hill, except for Laura run, and that's, you know, that's because of Cotton, what happened to Cotton. And they did go to that job site. They did go to that job site trying to figure out which unit Donald might have been in at the time that smell had been taking place. But we also know that, you know, law enforcement suspects and others expect, you know, that Summer was moved, that she was moved many times, more than once. So, you know, that's what, you know, Ziggy was talking about. And, you know, and yes, I did say that, you know, he could have, you know, because he finishes the drywall. He finishes it. He's the one that, you know, goes over the screws, goes over the, you know, the lines and everything of the drywall. He actually tapes and then, you know, finishes it, muds it. And yes, I said he could have very well, you know, unscrewed some of that drywall and, you know, and placed her there to hide her, right? Laura, you know, didn't want to, she told Ziggy confidentially, I guess. But, you know, Laura was like, you know, she didn't really want that out here. She did not want her personal, you know, she didn't want her personal information, you know, out here. She didn't want nobody knowing about her health. You know, Laura growed up, you know, just like us. You know, our medical records are our business, right? Our medical records, our medical conditions, that's nobody's business but our own. And, you know, so Laura, that's the way Laura growed up too. And she didn't want her personal, but Ziggy put it out there, you know, and then tried to renege on it. Well, you know, why did Ziggy say that? Why did Ziggy say that if she knew? Now she's saying she knows for a fact that Laura, you know, don't have no cancer. Well, why did she put up a Cash App over there to help Laura? Why did she come over to our channel and say that Laura had cancer over here on our channel? Why was she putting it out? Why was Ziggy putting it out? You know, if Laura didn't, why was Ziggy lying? That's what I'm saying. Why was Ziggy a liar? Because that's indeed what she was. You know, that would mean that Ziggy made this shit up to scam people to get Laura help, because she's the one that was hollering, Laura's got it, right? That's you know, that's all I got to say. That's all I got to say about the matter. Laura wasn't the one out here saying, you know, support Laura. She's got the big C word. No, it was Ziggy. So, you know, there you go, Ziggy. Wiggle your way out of that one. But, you know, I think Laura does have cancer, and I believe you know for a fact she does, Ziggy. And I think, you know, that you just didn't want to see Laura get no support because you felt it was going to take away from you and Fred. I don't think you wanted Laura to have a voice, just like you didn't want Jenna to have a voice. You didn't want Jenna to have a voice because Jenna was going to talk about how you took those two old ladies to the cleaners. So you didn't want Jenna to have a voice. That's the way you are. You don't want other people to have a voice when you know it's going to be bad about you, when they're going to expose your evilness. You don't want them having a voice. And that's why you're trying to shut down Laura and her darkest hours. You're trying to shut her down. You're trying to call her a liar. You're trying to, you know, really be evil to this woman. You took her man. You went down there. You took her man who she needed. She needed during her darkest hours. You went down there and you walked off with him. You messed her over. You didn't want people out here. Taking Fred was bad enough, but you didn't want people out here knowing that you took Laura to the cleaners for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. 300s, 200s, 70s, another 125, 150. You just took that girl to the cleaners in the name of Fred for yourself. And Fred allowed it. You know, you and Fred hooked up early on. Laura had no idea that you and Fred had hooked up early on. And you two conspired against this woman, this individual who's ill and who is fighting a real bad illness. And you guys used her up. You guys used her up, and then you turned on her. You turned on her like a snake. And just fucking evil. Just evil, you guys. Evil. I don't care what anybody says. That's evil. You know, I don't care if Laura had cancer or not. I don't care if Laura had cancer or not. You don't take another woman's man. And you don't use another woman's money to keep yourself up. Well, her man's in jail. I mean, you do not. After taking this woman's man, you're going to call her up and have her sending you money saying it's for her man when it's for you. It's to pay your rent, for you to order DoorDash, for you to buy Christmas presents, for you. You're going to use this woman. That's pure evil. That's evil, you guys. I don't care what anybody has to say. That's evil. I stick with my God and I stick with righteousness. And I call it out the way it is. And I don't even care. I don't even care. Right is right, wrong is wrong. And that was wrong. Whether Laura had cancer, she didn't. Ziggy was wrong. She was wrong. It makes it worse that Laura does have cancer and she's fighting the cancer. Yes, it makes it worse. But it was still evil, no matter how it went. No matter how it went. It's evil. Right? It was evil. I'm going to tell you. I mean, you know, I was friends with Candace and Don Wells. And when I walked away from these evil people to expose their evilness, Candace and Don wanted to try to ruin my credibility by saying I wanted Donnie Wells. And I did not want Donald at all. Both of them knew that was a damn lie. Both of them knew it was a lie. But they wanted to try to discredit PG. And you know what? A lot of people came at me. Forever and a day. Matter of fact, there's still a whole lot of a-holes, right? There's still a whole lot of a-holes saying, oh, you just wanted Donnie, you know? And I don't really give a crap because it's not true. I know the truth. God knows the truth. Donnie knows the truth. And Can knows the truth. And that's all that matters. All that matters is that I didn't ever, any way, form, or how want anything to do with Candace or Donald. I wasn't trying to take either one of them. But, and I'm going to tell you, I think they both would have went, to be honest with you. But you know what? I didn't want them. And I'm going to tell you something. I caught all kinds of hatred and hell. A whole lot of hatred and hell, didn't I? With a lie, with nothing but a pure lie. But Ziggy walks down here and she does take a woman's man. And not just a woman, but a woman who has cancer. And she's supposed to become a role model? She put her on a pedestal? I don't think so. Where is her hell? Where is all her havoc? Where is, hey Ziggy, you did wrong. Where's it at? I just want to know. Because you know what I was hearing is everybody's happy for Ziggy and Fred. Well, Laura wasn't happy. Laura's sad. Matter of fact, when you're fighting something like cancer and something like that goes down, it's a big setback. It's a big setback on your nervous system, a big setback on everything. But did anybody care? Did anybody care that Laura was crying in the dark? That she's asking God why? When she needs someone the most? They're gone? Anybody care about her? No. Nobody cared about that. You know. But everybody seemed to care about, Candace. Everybody seemed to, care about Candace losing her Donald all to PG, which was nothing but a damn lie. Trust me, them men on Ben Hill Road, if anything half decent wants them, they're gone. Look at freaking Andy, gone. Look at Fred, gone. You think Donald wouldn't have been gone? They ain't a damn thing even tried or wanted Don Wells yet. I'm sure if anything washes up there, they could take him away too, right? If anything washed up there and wanted it, they could take him. No doubt in my mind. These criminals ain't hard to get, right? They're like a fucking dime a dozen. You can find them anywhere. Who in the hell wants them? That's, well, Ziggy's, right? Whoever has Andy. I don't know what the chick's name is, but whoever has Andy. I mean, them kind of women want those people. I don't want them, right? PG don't want it. I don't need it. Hell no. I'm going to tell you something. I would stay freaking celibate all my fucking life. I would become a nun before I picked up one of them mother freakers, right? And that's the truth. That's the truth. With his daughter. We want to talk about what started this fight. We want to talk about what this child has been going through here. That's what we want to talk about. If he'd have told law enforcement that, well, Summer could have got help then. But nobody told. Nobody told. And that's why we're where we're at now. That's disgusting. Yeah. But anyway, you know, Ziggy she likes to hit the old, AI. Tell a story. Tell a story about Prayer Garden on her AI. Well, I'm going to tell you. Well, I did, touche. It was a touche because I got a story. I got a story for Ziggy, right? I got one on her. I said, hey, AI, let's talk about Ziggy, right? Complete interview. I do have other interviews that I did with Laura that tells some extra things, and I will be putting that in content, bringing it out. And I got a lot of other stuff, y'all. So just stick with this channel, stick with PG, stick with Summer, because I'm going to tell you something. There's a whole lot of stuff we didn't know, right? We didn't know, but you're gonna be hearing it. I just wanted to ask you some questions. Do you remember when Fred told Ziggy that their bones possibly could have been human bones? Do you think he knew he was just joking with her, or do you think he just didn't know himself?
Do what now?
Do you remember the bone thing when Fred found those deer bones, and him and Ziggy, and they thought they were human? Do you think Fred was just joking with her, or do you think that he didn't know?
He said some of them he couldn't tell.
Okay.
I remember seeing that. He said that they was burnt so bad you couldn't really tell.
Oh, all right. And
so that's what people's not telling, that they was burnt, but most of them bones was burnt.
Oh, I didn't know that either. Okay, and I wanted to ask you, when it comes to you said that Fred has been, when did Andy Paul, the guy that was staying in the shed, when did Fred run him off? I don't want none of the details. I already know the details of why. I don't want none of that. I just want to know, when did he run him off? Did he run him off before Summer went missing? Did he run him off after Summer went missing? What year?
I mean, it was before Summer went missing.
Like a year, month, 6 months?
No, it was a couple years actually.
Oh, okay. So he got ran out of there a couple of years before Summer went missing.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to ask about Cotton. Was Cotton, because Fred is saying Cotton was at 110 Ben Hill Road on June 15, 2021, when Summer went missing. Have you ever heard anything about Cotton being up there on that particular day?
I can't remember.
Okay.
There was a lot of people up there that day. I mean, when all that went down, because everybody.
I'm talking before she went missing. Like during the day, not that evening, not that evening after police were there. Okay. People started coming in. What
day did she go missing?
Supposedly she's supposed to went missing between 5:30 and 6:30. So, and they didn't even get home back to the house until around 3:15, 3:30 that day. So if he was there, he would have had to have been there between 3:30 and 5:30. With the 2 hour span there, 2 hours.
3:30 to 5:30.
Yeah, and you and Fred wasn't even there between 3:30 and 5:30, was you? Because you guys were heading to scrap some stuff. What time did you guys get back into? What time was you guys coming back into Ben Hill Road that day? Around what time?
About 6:30.
You guys were coming back in around 6:30, and law enforcement.
I'm not sure. I'm not 100 on that.
Was law enforcement already in there when you and Fred came back in?
Yes.
Okay, so law enforcement was already in there. So yeah, it would have had to have been after. It would have had to have been around 6:30 because usually the call didn't go until 8. They rounded it up at 6:30. So Yeah, you guys would have been, and they said that they couldn't believe how fast there was some cops up in there. So you guys would have probably had to come back in. I'd say closer to seven. When you guys got back. So and you guys left out. You said around what time that day? Because you seen Candace and Brandis and someone heading back to the house, and they would have been coming in around, like I said, 3:15, 3. So you and Fred must have been going out of there around 3:15 in order to.
Yeah, because we was late that day trying to get out of there because we had everything that could mess up did mess up.
Right.
I mean, literally.
Yeah. You're done. Now
I ain't never heard.
Where Cotton is concerned, I'm going to ask your own personal opinion. Do you think Cotton had anything to do with or knew anything about what happened to someone?
Cotton, since from what I've understood, he was a pretty fucked up individual. So I kind of wouldn't doubt it. I mean, that motherfucker, you know how these type of people that you just give you the fucking creep just being around them, dude. I mean, just
right.
You literally want to go to the bathroom and like wash your whole body.
Right.
Because you've been around them.
So
that's how you felt when you was around him.
Right. And Cotton visited, like, did Cotton come inside of Ben Hill Road? I mean, did he come to visit Fred? Did he come? I mean, was he known to be inside Ben Hill Road?
Yeah.
Okay. And how often did he seem to show up in there?
There towards the end, it was at least two or 3 times a month.
So he
got more frequent.
Before he passed away, he was coming in there 2-3 times a month.
At least 2 to 3 times a month. I'm thinking.
And before that,
and sometimes he come in with other people, and that's just him coming. Sometimes he was with other people when he came.
Okay. And also that's good to know. And also, did you know any of these other people he was packing with him, or was it just like random strangers?
It was some of his friends, Little Wayne, and not Little Wayne, Little Hack, and Chad, I think. Chad Brown. No, it wasn't Chad. He came with Hack once. I can't remember who else he came with.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
And before Summer went missing, how often did he seem to come in to visit the road?
No. We've seen him at least once or twice every couple months.
And
just coming in and out of the road.
Okay, and when he came in, did he always visit with you and Fred, or did he visit other people inside of it?
He was coming to see somebody else in there because he didn't come up there to the house at that time.
Okay, so he was in there seeing someone else. Do you know who?
No.
You don't know who the someone else was?
No, but we have seen him coming off of the hill down there, and he said that he come from down there.
You've seen him coming off of Don and Candace's property?
Yes.
And he said he was coming from their property before?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good to know. This Andy guy, do you believe that is a possibility that he was back around that area? Now I heard he was, from my understanding, I heard Cotton was in jail at the time Summer came up missing. I don't know. That's allegedly he was in jail. And this Andy Paul though, he is a predator. He has a record, he just the thought of that man. I swear I never let that ever happen to my kids. So I promised my babies that if anybody ever done that to them, that they would be no more. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, they're paid for. Because I've been done that way my whole life, and I will not let nobody else hurt anybody that I love. So he violated your child? I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't want to stop it right now. But Sassy Cat. You've been saying one thing after the other. Pretty rude stuff. This is Lisa. And I don't know if it's, rechanneled from you being on another creator's live today, or what it is. You're just in here, to cause problems or something. I don't know what your problem is, but you know what? I'm going to block you. I'm going to block you for the rest of the night, because I'm not going to put up with your shit. I'm talking about Laura like that. Please don't talk about her like that. Ain't going to happen. So you just got to steel toe boot for the night. When you can straighten yourself up or get over whatever your issue is, possibly I'll unblock you, but I'm not going to have it. I've sat here and, just one ugly comment after another, and it's unnecessary as hell. It's unnecessary.
he held her down. He didn't violate my child, but he held her down and scared her real good. But later that night, he thought it was my child and raped one of the other girls that was in the group home with my daughter and crushed her larynx and almost killed her.
Oh my God.
But they've never got him for that charge. Because now I'm just now finally somebody just now finally catching me.
Whoa, that's not good. And this is a man who is still turned loose in society. This is a man that's still turned loose in society. And how old was these little girls?
My daughter was 16 at that time.
And the girl he did that to?
The other girl was, well, they was.
Andy B says, PG, please replay that. Replay what? What do you want me to replay, Andy? Please replay that. What part do you want me to replay? I'm waiting for Andy to let me know what part he was wanting replayed. Did she say something about him holding her down and then something? Hold on. Yeah, I can go back.
Down there, and he said that he come from down there.
You've seen him coming off of Don and Candace's property?
Yes.
And he said he was coming from their property before.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. This Andy guy, do you believe that is a possibility that he was back around that area? Now I heard he was, from my understanding, I heard Cotton was in jail at the time Summer came up missing. I don't know. That's allegedly he was in jail. And this Andy Paul though, he is a predator. He has a record, he
just the thought of that man. I swear I never let that ever happen to my kids.
So
I promised my babies that if anybody ever done that to them, that they would be no more. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, they're paid for.
Total, complete interview. I do have other interviews that I did with Laura that tells some extra things, and I will be putting that in content, bringing it out. And I got a lot of other stuff, y'all. So just stick with this channel, stick with PG, stick with Summer, because I'm going to tell you something. There's a whole lot of stuff we didn't know, right? We didn't know, but you're going to be hearing it. I just wanted to ask you some questions. Do you remember when Fred told Ziggy that their bones possibly could have been human bones? Do you think he knew he was just joking with her, or do you think he just didn't know himself?
Do what now?
Do you remember the bone thing when Fred found those deer bones, and him and Ziggy, and they thought they were human? Do you think Fred was just joking with her, or do you think that he didn't know?
He said some of them he couldn't tell.
Okay.
I remember seeing that. He said that they was burnt so bad you couldn't really tell.
Oh, all right. And
that's what people's not telling, that they was burnt, but most of them bones was burnt.
Oh, I didn't know that either. Okay, and I wanted to ask you, when it comes to you said that Fred has been, when did Andy Paul, the guy that was staying in the shed, when did Fred run him off? I don't want none of the details. I already know the details of why. I don't want none of that. I just want to know, when did he run him off? Did he run him off before Summer went missing? Did he run him off after Summer went missing? What year?
I mean, it was before Summer went missing.
Like a year, month, 6 months?
No, it was a couple years actually.
Oh, okay. So he ran out of there a couple of years before Summer went missing.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to ask about Cotton. Was Cotton, because Fred is saying Cotton was at 110 Ben Hill Road on June 15, 2021, when Summer went missing. Have you ever heard anything about Cotton being up there on that particular day?
I can't remember.
Okay.
There was a lot of people up there that day. I mean, when all that went down, because everybody.
I'm talking before she went missing. like, you know, like during the day, not that evening, not that evening after police were there, people started coming in. You know,
what time did she go missing?
She went, supposedly she's supposed to went missing between 5:30 and 6:30. So, and they didn't even get home back to the house until around 3:15, 3:30 that day. So if he was there, he would have had to been there between 3:30 and 5:30 with that, with the 2 hour span there, 2 hours.
3:30 to 5:30.
Yeah. And you and Fred wasn't even there between 3:30 and 5:30, was you? Because you guys were heading to scrap some stuff. What time did you guys get back into? What time was you guys coming back into Ben Hill Road that day? Around what time?
About 6:30.
You guys were coming back in around 6:30, and law enforcement.
I'm not sure. I'm not 100 on that.
Was law enforcement already in there when you and Fred came back in?
Yes.
Okay, so law enforcement was already in there. So yeah, it would have had to been after. It would have had to been around 6:30 because, you know, usually the call didn't go until 8. They rounded it up at 6:30. So yeah, you guys would have been, and they said that they couldn't believe how fast there was some cops up in there. So you guys would have probably had to come back in, I'd say closer to 7, when you guys got back. So and you guys left out, you said around what time that day? Because you seen Candace and Brandis and somebody heading back to the house, and they would have been coming in around, like I said, 3:15, 3:30. So you and Fred must have been going out of there around 3:15 in order to.
Yeah, because we was late that day trying to get out of there because we had everything that could mess up did mess up.
Right.
I mean, literally.
Yeah. You're done. Now
I ain't never heard.
Where Cotton is concerned, I'm going to ask your own personal opinion. Do you think Cotton had anything to do with or knew anything about what happened to Summer?
Cotton, since from what I've understood, he was a pretty fucked up individual. So I kind of wouldn't doubt it. I mean, that motherfucker, you know how these type of people that you just give you the fucking creep just being around them, dude. I mean, just
right.
You literally want to go to the bathroom and like wash your whole body.
Right.
Because you've been around them.
So
that's how you felt when you was around him.
Right. And Cotton.
All right, guys, I got 2 minutes left. I promised the husband 2 hours tonight. The daughter just came in driving me crazy. I appreciate you all being here tonight. I hope I was getting a little bit of my point across earlier with the Ryan, Ziggy, and all of that stuff. I decided tomorrow we're just going to pick up where we dropped off at. So I deleted, if you've seen what I did, I deleted where I left off. I'm just going to leave this tab how it is in Canva. And then tomorrow we'll continue with PG. And then I think the day after I'll pay attention to chat and take out points you guys were talking about for the following day, and we can conversate about it. Because I have a lot of feelings. I did listen to a good portion of the one we're listening to. And yeah, I got a lot of questions. So Ziggy, I hope you're paying attention. Oh, and by the way, I also want to know, who's Pete? Peace and love to you all. I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah.